So guys, this is it. This is the Kubota 3800 HD, which is hyperstatic drive. When I purchased the tractor, I also got the attachment, which is the l3800, which is the front end loader with a 4-in-1 bucket. This tractor is a compact tractor, 38 horsepower or thereabouts, very similar size to the 32. It's just a little bit beefier, and it's perfect for me. I couldn't have, when I guess you're looking at tractors, you want to get the biggest, the best, and everything like that. Now, if you have a look at the property that I'm on, it's got quite a few trees on it. So, yeah, there's lots of trees and bits and pieces and obstacles, I guess, to get around. Anything bigger than this is just, it's not good enough for me. It's going to make it hard to get in and out of the trees. When I did all the sums and calculations, this was perfect. The turning circle works out perfect for me. It's got enough grunt to be able to do what I need it to do. Whether it be sort of maintaining my driveways or pulling, some old trees out or plants or whatever it might be, and just clearing areas up. This is perfect. So the bucket can lift, I'm pretty sure it's about 700 kilos. I could be wrong, it might be 600 or thereabouts, but it's enough for what I need. Whether it be just you get like a big sort of log that's fallen over or tree that's fallen over and you're chopping it up and you need to sort of lift it up on one side to be able to put a log or something else to sort of be able to cut your firewood so you're not cutting on the ground, or dragging a trunk of a tree that's sort of fallen over, or whatever it might be. It's the perfect size. It saves my car from damage. Obviously the car's not as good as turning circle as what this is. So yeah, now I'll give you a bit of a run around on the machine itself, so you can see. I opted for the sort of the semi rural tyres. So they've got obviously the turf tyres, which are sort of more for lawn greens. They've got the proper tractor tyres, which are big beefy things, and these were sort of the middle of the range type of spec. So they've still got plenty of grunt. I haven't been bogged in them yet. Now, yeah, they're great, so I can't complain. One of the other things that I opted for was when I purchased the tractor, they were trying to sell me a rear sort of weight, I guess, so you can, your tractor's not bouncing up and down when you're using the 4-in-1 bucket, because it does become a little bit front heavy. I was doing a bit of research on the tractor itself, and some of the people on the internet and stuff were saying just get them to fill up the back tyres with water. So the back tyres are filled 2/3 with water, and then filled up the rest of the way with air. Now that allows the extra ballast, I think it's the words for it, the extra weight, I guess, to be at the back of the tractor, which then evens out the bucket. So I don't actually need any implements on the tractor itself to sort of counteract that weight. Now I've got a couple of attachments for it. I've got a grader, a rake, and obviously this slasher. So now, I'd like to get a post hole digger, I'd like to get a mulcher, I'd like to get a few implements, but at the moment this is working out great, and it's suiting my needs. So first up, it's got a little cup holder, which is fantastic. Keeps the beers nice and stable when you're having a bit of a play around. Okay, so just quickly, I'll just give you a rundown. You got a park brake, so you push down on the brake obviously, and then push that lever in. That locks the brake into place, stops the machine from going anywhere. When you start the machine, that lever down there is the clutch, so you push down on that, and then you got your glow plug, turn onto the side for a bit. I usually do it for about 15-20 seconds, and then I crank it over. Once it starts, you can take your foot off the clutch, and then you've got the hyperstatic drive, which means forward and reverse. It's very rare that I actually use the brake itself. I usually just come to a bit of a rolling stop, and then I can go straight into reverse. On the other side, you've also got a low, medium, and high gear. I do most of my work on the low gear. It's a lot more torquey. High gear is it's quite fast. I think you can get up to about 40 k's an hour. with it, so it really belts along, and it's a bit too fast for the block. But you know, it serves its purpose, and I guess, you know, these things can be registered. So I guess if you're, you know, traveling between farms, or, you know, helping out someone down the road, it's you know, it suits its needs perfectly. It's also got a PTO attachment, which is down the back, obviously down here. Now, to engage that, you've obviously got that yellow lever there. You press down on the clutch. Once the clutch is fully depressed, you can put it into gear. Okay, take your foot off the clutch, the PTO will start working. You've also got your lever to obviously take the arm down. Now you can adjust your arm, how quickly the arm goes down, by that little knob at the front. Yeah, it's just very basic. I can't fault it. It's a fantastic machine. The only thing that I have done on this, extra to what I purchased it as, was I put the LED light bar at the top. Now, working in winter, obviously people from Australia would know that we do daylight savings and whatnot. Now, in summer it's perfect. You've got light from, you know, up till about 9 o'clock. In winter that gets it gets right down to sort of, you know, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Now, I'm usually not getting home until that time, so it sort of makes it really difficult to be able to do any work. If a tree's fallen over or need to mend a fence or whatever it might be, I can actually use it as a work light as well. So turn the tractor on, put the revs on low, and chuck that light on, and it makes it like daylight. So really a good piece of equipment. The lights on the front are okay, but having the bar work and stuff sort of limits, I guess, how much you can do. And as soon as you start using the bucket while you're driving, you can't see much anyway. So it will get you out of trouble, but that light at the top really makes a big difference. You've obviously got your indicators left and right, which I guess serve their purpose. If you're taking it on road, I don't think I ever need to, so it's not too much of an issue for me. It also has a really simple sort of setup with getting to your engine. So you got your battery at the front. So I've just given it a tiny clean, so I've got to get in there properly. But yeah, it's very simple to sort of get in and do your work, whatever it might be. If you are going to do any work on it, you lift those legs, the arms up of the bucket, and you can get in there nice and easy. The bucket's also got attachments, so you can lock it in place, so there's no way that can actually come down and disturb you. What I'll do now is I'll give you I'll jump in the tractor, I'll start it up, and I'll go for a bit of a drive, and I'll show you what the bucket and things like that can do. Just a sort of a quick one. And if you've got any questions or you want to know a little bit more about it, by all means, I'm happy to sort of talk to you about it, and we can go from there, I guess. So what else is there? The reason I opted for the Kubota is they had a sale on at the time, so I was looking at a couple of the Chinese sort of make tractors. People were trying to tell me to sort of stay away from them. Obviously the budget wasn't fantastic. You buy a hobby farm, you spend a bit of dough, and it's a lot of money to sort of outlay for a tractor, especially if you don't know, or if it's your first one, you don't know how much you're going to use it. And being on a hobby farm, not generating any money from it, it's sort of an expense that you're not really sure if it's going to work for you or not work for you. Now, the reason I went for Kubota is at the time they had a 0% finance for 3 years. So the tractor, apart from the 20 or 30% up front that I had to put down, I just paid it off over those 3 years that I had it, or the 3 years after I purchased it, which made it affordable. It's sort of, you don't feel like you're getting ripped off, I guess, because you're paying the one payment, but you're spreading it over a couple of years, so it does help out. Now, if you're generating income from your farm, that's obviously a tax offset, but that's the reason why I went for that. The other reason why I went for this size tractor is the weight. Having a car trailer, I wanted to be able to tow it around if I needed to, whether it be down to a mate's block to help them out, or my little brother's block, or whatever it might be. even just to service it. You know, sometimes most people will come out and service it for you at your shop, but if something major happened and you needed to take it there, you know, you're paying $80, $90, $100, whatever it might be each way, and all those costs do add up. So having the ability to be able to tow it around behind a, you know, a standard sort of truck is, it's very helpful. It sort of, you know, allows you to be able to do a lot more with it, but it's also big enough that it also has the, I guess, the balls to be able to do what you want with it too. So yeah, I'll start it up and I'll show you. So this has only got 75 hours on it, so you see the glow plug light come on. Now I've had it on for a couple of minutes before because I thought that it used to actually go out, but it doesn't, so that should be right. This adjusts your revs. PTO revs obviously 540, so that works out perfect. Now the other great benefit of this is if you have family and friends that come over, this is a lot of fun to drive. From what my sort of impersonation of it is, it's very easy to get the hang of it. Obviously front, you know, you got a forward and a reverse. There's no changing gears, just very, very easy. So when people jump on and they're sort of unsure, you know, I'll put their seatbelt on them. I'll put it into low gear and adjust the revs efficiently. So obviously, you know, the lower the revs, obviously the slower it goes. And obviously then you can then pump it up and make it go a bit quicker for yourself, so it sort of makes it a bit easier. Well guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. Obviously, you know, starting this channel, it's sort of, I guess, designed for, you know, first time hobby farmers or people that want to buy a couple of acres, get away from the rat race, and want to sort of experience what it feels like or enjoy just this type of content. If there's something that you'd like to see from this channel, please subscribe, give me, you know, send me a message, and I'll do my best to get back to you and maybe start another video. So the idea with this channel is to, you know, show you sort of cleaning up parts of the block, you know, cutting trees down, things like that. Just sort of like, you know, getting firewood piles started, building a, you know, a wood fire oven, building a place to store firewood, you know, just bits and pieces like that. So, you know, if there is something, please by all means just send me a message and I'll do what I can to help you out if I know the answer. If not, I'll ask some people that might know. So yeah, thanks. Peace out.